Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. Today is a glorious day because we get to read some more of the channelings of the Arcturian Council from Daniel Scranton's amazing book, Ascension, The Shift to the Fifth Dimension. We are still on Volume 1, and we have so much cool material to cover. I wanted to continue from this book and these channelings. Today we're going to talk about a bunch of topics, including your spontaneous nature, the expansion point, doing what you love, your new abilities, the relief of surrender, your intellect and intuition, your higher mind, the evolution of your spirit, stretching your consciousness, shifting your ideas and biases, your dream life, why you're here, your intuition as your greatest asset, and a variety of fascinating topics. The Arcturian Council is a group that Daniel Scranton channels of higher density beings. They're a little bit different than Quo. If you've listened to my Quo channelings, they're sort of like Abraham with cosmic flavoring added in. And I have found these really fun to read and really fun to listen to. They're always high vibe. I'd love to get your impression so far. We've had some pretty positive responses. As with any channeling, choose what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then just forget about it. That's the best way to evaluate any sort of channeling. Your true spontaneous nature. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You all crave consistency. You love predictability, and you are fascinated by the sequence of events that unfold in your lives in a logical way that you can understand and depend on. Therefore, it is very often problematic for you to be faced by something from out of the blue, something unexpected, but we can recognize that the unpredictable is the true essence of who you are. You are inherently spontaneous, and you have a tremendous amount of trust in this universe at your core. So why do you need structure and consistency and predictability? Usually these desires come from a place of fear. They come from a feeling of lack of security and stability, and they give you comfort where it is more preferable for you to be experiencing adventure. Adventure is what brings you new experiences, and new experiences add to your overall growth. Comfort will eventually lead to boredom, and boredom to stagnation, and then you find yourselves wondering where the years went. So we recommend that you have a new relationship with your reality, and that you let your reality show you how much fun can be had through living in a state of inconsistency and even a state of instability. Often what you seek is insurance. You seek the assurance that you're going to survive, at least until your death. But living means moving forward. It means seeking out that which is unknown. And it is the easiest way for you to accelerate your ascension experience. Just do something new or do something differently than you've ever done it before. Let yourself be inspired in every moment to a new perspective, a new approach, a new way, and see how reality will give you something even more to get excited about. See how many adventures can come your way. See how much life has to offer when you let go of control and you let in your true spontaneous nature. Let that take over and enjoy the ride. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The expansion point. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. There is a point from which you make your personal expansive journeys outward. This point is usually one of disappointment, lack, or even trauma. The point is a place for you to accept. If you can accept the experience that you are having, then you can open yourself up to a myriad of possibilities that will take you far beyond that point and into unimaginable territory. There is only the process of moving forward, of expansion and growth. There is no regressing. So as you contemplate the point where you find yourself, perhaps it is a point you have been for many years, it is necessary for you to look within yourselves for what is being asked of you in order to move past it. What is the point of the point? And better yet, where can it take you? If you're willing to look at the possibilities as they open up before you, you are bound to find yourself expanding out joyously from the place of trauma, lack, or disappointment. The energy that you summon when you find yourself in one of these situations is your own. It is yours to receive and to harness. It is a joyous wave to ride, and you will find the opportunity to ride that wave when you stop resisting the point you find yourself in. Then you let go of blame, judgment, shame, and everything else that you use to make where you are wrong, and you will catapult yourselves forward into the unknown. But that unknown will be your creation, and it will be what you have created in large part because of the unwanted circumstance of that point you find yourself in. Be willing to accept wherever it is you find yourself, and you will find that energy that you've summoned to take you beyond where you are is not only the solution, it is an exhilarating ride. It is the stuff of a joyous journey. We are the Arcturian Council. We have enjoyed connecting with you. Doing what you love. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have observed that the human race as a whole is consumed with a desire to excel at something. You all want to be good, to be deemed good, and have praise lavished upon you for the good that you do and the good that you are. We love watching you excel at something, and it is particularly gratifying for us to see you excel at something that you are doing for the pure enjoyment of it. There is nothing more satisfying for you than getting lost in an activity that you simply cannot pull yourselves away from because you are so engrossed in it and captivated by it. Once you take that and use it in order to get praise from another, that's where things begin to fall apart. It is much more important that you be completely engaged in an activity that is for your actions to get the notice and the acknowledgement of any other. There is a phrase that you have on your world that says, "so-and-so sold out." And that phrase refers to losing one's authenticity in order to appease the audience or to get a bigger paycheck by appealing to a bigger audience. And we understand why this happens. We understand the desire to be acknowledged and paid for what you do, but we also know that you will never have the same experience of joy in doing what you do if you are doing it as a means to an end. Therefore, we recommend finding something in your life that you can do for the sake of doing it and never letting go of that innocence and the purity of that experience. We want that for all of you because we see how much you light up when you are engaged in such an activity. When you do for the sake of doing and you receive joy from the act of participating in that which is calling you. If you're engaged in such an activity, you will be in the flow, and you can trust that energy of this world will support you, and you can stay true to yourself and stay true to your expression through the activity without ever compromising yourself or what you do. And that is what we wish for all of you. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Your new abilities. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. When you surprise yourself with a moment where you go beyond where you have been before, you are allowing yourself to have a glimpse of what is possible and what is possible to be experienced all the time. You get these glimpses from time to time, and then you want to get them back. You want to be able to control when they come, how frequently, and what you can use them for. It is far better for you to simply appreciate the moment of surprise and to let yourselves bask in the experience of what you are capable of. There is no need for you to be further along than where you are in order to enjoy your lives. There is nowhere you are supposed to be that you are not, and no ability you are supposed to have that you are blocking yourself from having. You are meant to live the life that you are living and to let that which is coming to you come. Be in a relaxed state of being as often as you can, and you will allow yourselves to experience more. Soon, the glimpses will get closer and closer together, and you will begin to experience new abilities on a daily basis. But your journeys will never end, and so you will continue to expand and experience more. Once you have access to an ability every single day, you will find you can still experience a honing of that skill, a perfecting of it. And so no journey will ever be complete, and the sooner you accept where you are right now and accept yourself and all of the abilities you have and do not have, the sooner you can enjoy your lives. When you take the approach that you're going to have fun with your spiritual evolution, and you're going to have fun with the creation of your reality, that is when you can make anything that you are living right now perfect and perfectly enjoyable as it is. That is the secret to living happily ever after. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The relief of surrender. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. When you encounter a situation in your lives where you don't know what to do, you don't know how to proceed, or you don't have a clue as to how you're going to get out of it, that is the perfect opportunity for you to experience surrender. There is something quite beautiful about the act of surrendering. It is ultimately a willingness to concede to the circumstances as they are. You sometimes put a tremendous amount of pressure on yourselves, and that pressure is designed to get you to find a way out, to come up with a solution to the problem, or to eliminate the situation altogether. This is the way that your minds work. Your minds love a problem because it gives them meaning, purpose, it gives them something to do. But your minds are not privy to all the information available, and therefore they are not the most effective tool that you could employ to an impossible seeming situation in your lives. Surrender, however, is a wonderful tool. It is like saying to the universe that you don't know how you're going to make something work. You don't know how it's all going to work out. But at the same time, you're surrendering. You're not giving up on your desire for the situation to play out in the way that you would prefer. You are just letting go of taking on all that responsibility, placing it all on your shoulders, and thinking that you have to come up with a solution. That type of pressure doesn't bring the results very often. Oftentimes it keeps possibilities from coming to light for you. Pressure keeps you in the dark. Surrender, which is signified by a white flag, lets in more light. It is the way of letting go of struggle, letting go of the need to be the one who finds the solution, and letting in the light that will ultimately illuminate the path for you. You have access to so much more when you are not trying so hard. Because in your trying, you are narrowing your focus. You're placing your attention only on that which you are able to conceive of, and you are blocking other possibilities from coming to you. So we like surrender because we know how much you really have. We know how much grace there is all around you, and we know that in surrender you allow the downloads to come to you. You allow for the unseen solution to come to light, and most of all, you release the pressure from yourselves. When you do that, you have a momentary feeling of relief, and that feeling is why you create the problem in the first place. It's the reason why you have the other end of the spectrum available to you. The pressures give way to relief, and relief allows solutions to flow. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Your intellect and your intuition. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You have brought a tremendous amount of wisdom and creativity to planet Earth. You are creative geniuses, and even with all of that intellectual prowess that you have, you are emotional beings as well. You don't have to choose between your intellect and your intuition. You don't have to choose between your heart and your mind. The truth is that you have struck a wonderful balance as a collective between science and spirituality. You have ushered in a time where the two are merging, where there is more agreement between the two than ever before in your history. As your scientists go deeper, they discover what is at the heart of everything: consciousness. Consciousness creates, and the wisdom of the heart informs consciousness on how to create, on what to create, and on the timing of those creations. You, as individuals, can all find this balance within yourselves so that you are utilizing the power of your intellect while also being informed by the wisdom of your heart and your emotions. Whenever a society in the galaxy has decided to live out of balance regarding the intellect and the intuition, there have been dire consequences. That is why it is refreshing to see a society on Earth that seeks to strike a balance and has done so beautifully. You are especially empowered when you listen to the subtle, nuanced nudges that you get from within you. Those can come in the form of a thought, an emotion, or an impulse to action, and it is wonderful to see you using all the tools that you have at your disposal to bring yourself into a new level of consciousness, a new age, a fifth dimensional frequency range. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Your higher mind. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You have begun to explore the synchronicities that are leading you down a path that will ultimately take you to the discovery of your higher mind. You have a mind that operates with your higher self, a fifth dimensional mind that you can see the bigger picture and it is not limited in the same way that the physical mind is limited. Now the higher mind operates with an awareness that all synchronicities are happening at once, and therefore everything that you experience is a synchronicity of some sort. When you begin to see connections between events, information, and global occurrences, not to mention astrological ones, you will have the bigger picture perspective that helps you to navigate through the thoughts that are available to you in ways that the physical mind never could. You are beginning to access this higher mind and the frequencies that it holds. And this is very good news because as you operate from that perspective, you are also operating as your higher self. Therefore, the information that you access will be used for the ultimate agenda of shifting you to the fifth dimensional framework. Your lives are perfectly laid out, and your discovery of this higher navigational system will simply take you to experiences that you want to have. You are no longer burdened by contracts, agreements, karma, or any blueprints you had in place when you incarnated, and your higher mind knows this. Your higher mind is directing the show, and when you access it by noticing patterns, by accessing higher frequencies, and by seeing the synchronization of all things, that is when you dwell in the fifth dimensional frequency range, and that is when you are a beacon of light for other wanderers who are looking for the exact same experience. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The evolution of your spirit. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have witnessed an evolution of your spirit that we could not have anticipated. We often talk to you about the evolution of your consciousness, but your spirit, your essence, is also making that journey. And it is a journey that will result in the full experience of yourselves, the full knowing of yourselves as love and light. When you are experiencing a sense within you of caring about someone you don't know, someone you haven't met, someone you'll probably never meet, realize that the feeling is coming from a deep place within you, and that place is your true essence. Your spirit is an aspect of consciousness. It is more than just the awareness that you have. It is the feeling that is embedded within that awareness, and your feelings are taking you beyond the evolution of your consciousness. Your feelings are extending out as the love and light that you are to give you the experience of yourselves as source energy in a state of expansion. Every act of kindness, every moment of compassion, every desire that you feel within you to serve is further evidence of that expansion, that evolution, that knowing of yourselves as light and love, the purest essence of source that you could possibly know yourself as. As you continue to experience this evolution now, and you do so more consciously, recognize that it is a gift that you are giving yourselves. It is an experience of bliss, an experience of heaven on earth, and there is so much more to come. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Stretching your consciousness. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You have immense capacities to stretch your consciousness out, to go beyond where you have been before. The desire to do this, however, is not present in the vast majority of you. Therefore, we are reaching out to you, the awakened ones, in the hopes that you will exercise your right and your free will to stretch your consciousness further. Now, you might wonder what we mean by stretching your consciousness. First of all, recognize that your consciousness is not limited to your physical body. Your consciousness exists eternally, whereas a physical body will not always contain the higher level of consciousness that you hold. Just imagine for a moment where you would take your consciousness if you did not feel that it was tethered to your physical body. Where would you like to go right now? With whom would you like to interact? Do you believe that you can get there without your physical body while still being in the fourth dimension? We suggest that you start small. Start by stretching your consciousness out just beyond your physical body. See what you can sense in your energy field. Take control of your energy field with your consciousness. Let go of any thought forms that are floating around in there, keeping you in a repetitive cycle. Now move your consciousness out even further beyond your energy field. Feel for the higher frequency energies that are available to you. Reach for them with your intention, vibrate in harmony with them, and now bring them back into your energy field and back into your physical body, and breathe. You have just given yourselves an upgrade, and you have demonstrated to yourselves that you can indeed stretch your consciousness. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Shifting your ideas and biases. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You begin each thought that you think with an idea about what you are thinking about. The idea is what brings you the thoughts. If you're in favor of something, then that will be what calls forth the thoughts that you think. You probably think that you can access whatever thought you want to access at any moment, but that is less true than you think. You have a particular bias when it comes to most subjects that you are pondering. You might call those biases beliefs, but we want to give you a different way of looking at these biases or ideas that you have. They are merely a perspective, and that perspective is usually learned from personal experience, or it is something that you pick up from your parents, from a religion, from the media, from friends, or even from college professors. The important thing for you to recognize is that what you think is only true because of your idea or your bias about what you are thinking about. So how do you shift? How do you get from one perspective that you have held for a very long time to a bright and shiny new one? It is a matter of choice. This is where your free will comes into play. You can decide for yourself that you want to see something differently. You can decide that you want a different perspective. And when you make that decision, you're calling it forth. You can bring yourself the evidence that you need to support a new perspective. You can ask the universe for that, and the universe will deliver. And once you have your new perspective, you'll be able to access a completely different array of thoughts. Once you have the brand new perspective on something, you still have a choice. You can choose that perspective if it suits you, or you can ask for another. You can ask for the universe to help you in discovering as many perspectives as you can possibly access, and the more perspectives, the better, because you want to have access to as many choices as you possibly can. That is true freedom. That is true free will. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Your dream life. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have the desire to share with you our perspective on the way that you interpret reality. Keep in mind that this is just our perspective, and it is our perspective on how we perceive you interpreting your reality. So is it a truth then with a capital T? Probably not. But if it resonates, if it makes sense to you, then you might benefit from hearing our perspective on the way you interpret reality. First of all, we see you interpreting reality as solid and fixed. It is what it is, you sometimes say. When you take that approach to reality, you become powerless in the face of it. We also see that you look at the present as though it is the product of the past. You see continuity, and that often gives you comfort. We also see you projecting into the future more of what you see in the present. You make projections based upon the data that you have in front of you, and you extrapolate it out. So if things are going badly, they will get worse. That is the assumption. Here's what we invite you to do instead of maintaining your interpretation of reality. We suggest that you see your waking life as being no different than your dream life. In the realm of your dreams, things can change right in front of you. In the realm of your dreams, there is very little continuity, and it is often impossible for you to predict what is going to happen next, or what you will dream about next, based upon the current experience you are having of your dream. It behooves you to bring that same experience of reality to your waking life. As you begin to tear down the walls of the institution of the reality you have been experiencing, you will find there is indeed a great deal of power that you can obtain for yourselves. You can start very simply by acknowledging that you can change your interpretation of reality right now. Whatever it is you are experiencing right now is not something that is unchangeable, and there is not just one interpretation of it. Shift your perspective and shift your experience of reality, and then see what shifts next. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Why you are here. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. It is the perfect time for you all to consider the big questions that often get bandied about in a person's lifetime, and there is a very good reason why it is the perfect time for you to be asking those questions. You are the ones who get to decide what the answers are. You are the ones deciding whether or not you are making the shift in this lifetime. You are the ones deciding what you want to do with your life, how you want to serve, and who exactly it is you want to be. You are catching up to where you were at the moment you decided to incarnate into this physical lifetime. And as you are able to access that aspect of yourself, you also get to decide what the new blueprints are going to look like for the next phase of your life and the next phase of your evolution. The old blueprints got you where you are today. They got to this awakened place where you are now. Now, as awakened beings who are continually downloading more and more of your higher self's consciousness, you are entitled to decide for yourselves how you want to move forward. You get to decide what you want to do. There is nothing outside of you making that decision for you. It was always you making decisions about this lifetime, but now you are throwing off the veil of the ego and the physical mind, and you're able to grasp more purely the concept of creating your own reality. You're also getting more and more every day to the truth of who you are. Many of you were raised to believe in a God that was outside of you, that ruled over you, and that decided what happened to you after you died. Coming to the realization that the source of all things and all beings is within you is one that takes time for you to actually do anything about. You have needed time to absorb that truth. And now that you know about the truth of who you are, it would be to your benefit to decide for yourself what it is you want to do with your life and how it is you want to serve. We want to say one more thing about this. Your presence here on planet Earth, holding the vibration that you are holding, seeking to be compassionate beings of service, that is enough. That is why you get to decide what you do, because it is up to you how you affirm that truth to yourself, that your mere existence is of service to the whole. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Nothing to learn. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You have taken yourselves to a point in your evolutionary journey where you no longer need to be looking for the causes of why you are in a particular situation. You don't need to approach life and its circumstances from a practical and pragmatic way. You have the ability to shift from wherever you are to wherever you want to be, and that process of shifting does not require you to understand how you got to where you are. You don't need to make course corrections anymore. You can simply bring yourself to the place where you want to be vibrationally and then find yourself there. There is no reason for you to look at life as a series of lessons. You can be wherever you want to be, and you can become whatever you want to become without learning anything. What you do need, however, is practice. Practice is different because practice is something you do, whereas learning is something you conceptualize. We invite you to practice holding vibrations, especially the ones that you want to experience, the ones you want to create your reality with. This does not require you to go back and study your thoughts, words, and actions. All that is required for you is that you have a willingness to go within and seek out that vibration. Let your learning occur on a subconscious level, and if you insist on learning anything, learn how easy it is for you to find the vibration that you seek, and therefore to find the circumstance that you want to exist in. It is all much easier than you think, and you are ready now to experience faster turnaround times to the vibration that you are offering, so you can approach the creation of your reality with a renewed sense of excitement and eagerness, because now you know that you are being supported in the process by faster moving energies and by no longer needing to look in the rearview mirror. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Your intuition is your greatest asset. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You have entered into a phase of your evolution where your intuition is going to be heightened. And it is going to be more important that you listen to it when you are in a phase where everything is moving faster and you are jumping timelines left and right. Your ability to hear and listen to your intuitive hits is your most important asset. Your intuition is always guiding you. It represents your connection to your guides, your higher self, your oversoul, future versions of you, and of course, source energy. It is data that you are receiving and interpreting. Therefore, you will want to get to know your intuition very well so that it becomes second nature to you. You will want to know how exactly you interpret the data that you are receiving. Are you more likely to feel something, to know something, to see something, or to hear something? What is your mode of receptivity? This is very important for you to acknowledge so that you can tune in when you need to. And what we are saying is that You need to more often now than ever before. You can always make course corrections, but in the past you had more time with which to do so. Now you are manifesting faster and faster, and the physical is speeding up to synchronize with the energetic. Anything that gets you to pay more attention to what is going on within you is a good thing. So embrace this new phase of your evolution. Embrace your heightened sensitivities and embrace your ability to shift your reality in a heartbeat. Your intuition will get louder and louder, and your ability to sense it will increase as well. You must rely on yourselves and not go looking for answers outside of you as much in order to navigate into the fifth dimension and in order to thrive once you find yourselves there. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Becoming one with the universe. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have observed the mechanics of your lives, how they work, and how life continues to give you exactly what you need to take you to the next step of your evolution. We notice that you engage with life based upon what you believe you can receive. Your willingness to participate must deliver you something, even if that something is a sense of satisfaction that you've helped someone else on their journey. We invite you to become curious about life itself. Become curious about how exactly things manifest in your reality. Not because you want to know what you did wrong or did right, but because you want to explore this universe. By exploring this universe and the mechanics of it, you help to determine for yourself where exactly you fit in the structure of the universe and the forces that maintain it. You can align yourself with these universal forces and be taken to your next experience willingly. And that is the most enjoyable ride that you can take. The more open you are to seeing life as a guide and listening to that guide, the more capable you will be of guiding yourself along this journey. Your path has many twists and turns. We suggest that you get curious about them. We invite you to put yourselves on the timeline that is being delivered to you by the universe, and we want you to recognize this timeline as your creation, but not your destiny. As you learn to work with the universe by trusting, surrendering, and letting go of your agenda, you will have a magical, wonderful, and enjoyable ride, a ride that will take you to places that you could not have possibly known existed. As you become curious about this universe, you become one with it, and in so doing, you become one with yourself and all other beings. Let yourselves be taken for a ride every once in a while. It's fun if you let it be that. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Now, the amazing thing about these particular channelings, when you look at them all together as a complete whole, is the idea that we're going through this powerful shift, and we are manifesting faster and faster, and the physical is matching the energies. And what they're telling us to do is to be spontaneous, to relax, to let go, to be joyful. In this process, we create better realities and we're more in tune with the changes that start to take place. We become aware of the energy field that we're within, and we begin to stretch our consciousness beyond this energy field. We learn how to enter into states of vibration, and we learn how to do it quickly. There's an idea that we become very adept at maneuvering through these timelines, jumping from one timeline to the next. And all of it underlying is an idea that we are being of service, that we're moving outside of ourselves. And when we see others and we feel empathy for them, we're becoming tuned into this oneness, this shift that is happening. There's definitely lots more that we're going to cover with the Arcturian Council. I think that each one is subtle yet powerful. And when I read these together and I ponder them over the week after I read them, I start to notice there's deeper meanings to these, and there's activations that occur when I listen to these, very much like the Quo material and other channelings. Tell me about your favorite channelings, and if there's any topics you want me to look into that they might have covered, I can try to cover those in a future episode. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.